State Route 410 has been temporarily closed due to forecasted significant snowfall, and the weather window for making a wobbly run is closing fast. All that and much more on this week's Warren Report. Hey everybody, my name is Will from Washington Off-Road Recovery Network. In this week's top story, WashDOT has made the decision to temporarily close SR410 and SR123. Meteorologists have predicted over 20 inches of snowfall in the coming days. The passes were closed for the safety of maintenance crews and travelers amid worsening road conditions and heightened risk of avalanche danger. WashDOT will reevaluate the avalanche and road conditions on Monday, November the 4th to determine if the passes will reopen. So, now that we're here, do we have any bets on when the first semi will get stuck trying to take the shortcut across 70? Travelers planning to explore the Washington backcountry discovery route should be aware that the season is nearing its end as adverse weather conditions continue to develop. Currently, it looks as if Section 1 is getting the worst of the weather. I did see a trip report from Section 1 a few days ago, and snow was already on the ground before this new system even came in. If you've been a car guy as long as I have, you will have undoubtedly met a guy who talks at length about how good the International Scout was. Now, I've driven a few of their tractors and I was the son of a third-generation farmer, but I've never personally owned a Scout. You see, International Harvester ceased the production of Scout in 1980, and by the time I was born, International had gone bankrupt and sold off most of its holdings. I had never even seen a new Scout. Until now.
The original Scout, introduced in 1960 by International Harvester, was a vehicle that epitomized ruggedness and versatility. Designed by a tractor company, it captured the hearts of outdoorsmen and suburban families alike. Its interior was simple, functional, and devoid of modern luxuries. Some Scouts didn't even have cup holders, and the premium interior looked like the inside of an old Coleman sleeping bag. It had a minimal dashboard and sparse creature comforts that catered to necessity rather than indulgence. The original Scout's interior might have lacked sophistication. It was built for adventure. Why have leather seats when you can have good old-fashioned vinyl that withstands dirt and spills? In terms of design, the original Scout was rugged and utilitarian. It was the kind of vehicle that says, "I'm here for work, not to impress." The materials used in the original undoubtedly reflected its utilitarian spirit. Its simplicity showcased its authenticity. The original Scout lacked gadgets that would have appealed to the purist driver. Simplicity meant reliability. With few components to fail, the chances of being stranded on a remote trail were significantly reduced. The 2027 Scout concept is a striking departure from its predecessor, with eye-catching design that blends retro-inspired aesthetics with contemporary flair. The concept pays a homage to the classic while embracing modern technology. No doubt another car company attempting to capitalize on a wave of nostalgia. The interior is transformed into a tech-savvy haven equipped with digital displays, plush seating, and advanced driver assistance systems. But is this really a good thing? The 2027 Scout concept is a triumph of style and comfort, emphasizing user experience and aesthetics, luxurious materials that are paired with eco-friendly options, ensuring that while you're traveling in the wild, you're doing so with a modicum of comfort and cutting-edge design. It's all very nice until you get stuck in the mud, and all you can think of is how you're leather upholstery is going to cost a fortune to clean. While progress is important, we should celebrate the ethos of simplicity and reliability that made the original Scout a beloved classic. With an estimated starting price at $60,000, it puts the Scout far below the base Rivian and miles below both the Hummer EV and the Cybertruck, and much better looking. Ultimately, whether you prefer the nostalgic charm of the original or the modern sophistication of the concept, both Scouts have their unique stories to tell, forging a connection across decades. As we move forward, let us keep the spirit of adventure alive. After all, isn't that what the Scout was always about?
The Scout is slated to come out in two models, the Terra pickup and the Traveler SUV. Both of these are EV. The good news is that Scout does have a plan for a gas-powered range extender, although details aren't very clear on anything just yet. You may have noticed that the Scout does not actually have an international badge. This is because Scout will be built by Volkswagen. You see, Volkswagen's truck division Traton bought Navistar back in 2021, which allowed the use of the Scout name. Volkswagen then launched Scout Motors in 2022, but if you think that the Scout is going to come from Europe, you'd be mistaken. The Scout will be built right here in the US with a focus on the US market. Now, the specs show it's supposed to have up to 1,000 horsepower, dual motor with mechanical locking differentials. It's supposed to be able to ford up to 3 feet of water, have a 10,000 pound towing capacity, and the range extended version is supposed to provide 500 miles of range, while the battery alone would provide 300 miles of range. Now, to achieve this, it would require what I estimate to be 100 kilowatts of energy for that little 3-cylinder gas engine, and my best guess about what they would use is a Volkswagen 1.0 turbo 3-cylinder. Now, currently this only puts out 114 horsepower, and you'd need slightly more power to achieve the requirements. This could be offset with a larger displacement, more boost, higher octane, or a combination of all three of these. This is all speculation, of course, as Scout has not officially provided any concrete details on this range extending system. Now, for your recovery recap. We did have a recovery on the 27th, and it was pretty challenging. This Ford Ranger hit a tree and was disabled in tripod flats. The owner had returned prior to the recovery to make some repairs, and then found out that somebody had hacked into his electrical system and vandalized the truck. Tripod flats can be pretty treacherous on the best of days. The weather change made things even more difficult. Luckily, our volunteers were able to get an assist before we sent out additional resources. There were already people that were out there, and they were more than willing to help. So whoever you are, thank you for that. So far, our volunteers have logged over 13,517 miles and 681 hours. This was our 81st recovery of the year, and as the, wetter and colder weather comes in, we expect to become very busy, especially as the lowland snow starts hitting. As always, if you have any trip reports to share or you want to reach out to me, go ahead and get a hold of me at reports@WashingtonOffroadRecovery.org. I will leave a link in the description below. Thank you for watching. For more content, like and share, subscribe. Until next time, I will see you on the trail.